Hello, viewers. Hearty welcome to you all. I hope you're all doing great. Welcome to the Trisha New Edu series. This is Professor Guru Prasad, principal from Trisha Vidya College of Katpadi campus in Udupi. Well, I often believe that career planning these days is quite a complex process. Now, the reason why I said this is because of the numerous options that is available to the students these days. So options are plenty, and naturally I believe that the confusions are more. All right. And I also often tend to see students devising some traditional methodologies, traditional process in selecting the courses that they want to choose, and end up regretting at the end. Now, as an educator, as an academician, this really pains me when students take a wrong step in their career planning, and probably you shouldn't have this word called regret and all that in your dictionary, is what I feel in these days, 21st century kids. Well, in this regard, keeping this objective in mind, we have floated out numerous videos which will give you kind of specifications with regard to certain courses that are available today. And I, being a commerce management graduate myself and also getting into MBA at the later half, I've realized that commerce domain is equally strong today compared to any other domains like science or pure science, engineering, or even into arts and other things. So opportunities are plenty today. And I absolutely am very confident in making this statement. Opportunities are plenty and numerous. Now, what I fail to understand is students, they do not devise strategies to grab these opportunities. That is a worry, that is a concern also. So one thing, I'm starting it very positively today, saying that opportunities are plenty. Now, the question is, are you ready to grab it? All right. So this has been a season of admissions, and a lot of students approaching us seeking advices. And many of them today approach me and consult about choosing the right undergraduate program. Today we have plenty. We have BCom, we have BBA, we have BCA, plenty of it. So they come and ask me this question: which is the right course, which has the highest scope? I completely do not agree with this statement. Every course has its own scope. It definitely has. What you should understand is where the scope lies in you. Whether you have the scope to take BCom, to take BBA, to take BCA. That is the question I would expect from the student. But unfortunately, most of the time it's not. It's the other way around. ಈ ಒಂದು ಕೋರ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದರೆ ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ನನಗೆ ಸ್ಕೋಪ್ ಇದೆಯಾ ಅಂತ ಬರುವಂಥ ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆಗಳೇ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಹೊರತು they don't link it to their personal strength, weakness, aspirations, etc. So today I am here to talk about the most sought commerce program in the undergraduate level in India, which is Bachelor of Commerce, right? Keep watching this platform of Trisha. You will have a series of videos coming at the later half talking about the various courses in the commerce domain. Now, Bachelor of Commerce, before that, I would definitely want to add up saying that NEP was a solid surgical strike in the Indian education sector. The National Education Policy, which we all witnessed in 2020, was indeed a surgical strike, the much needed change probably we are all expecting since the last 30 plus years. So that has, I would say, kind of transformed the Indian education sector. Of course, it is in the initial stages now, and I'm very sure it will start fetching you the results in few years down the line. So under NEP, you might have these questions in your mind now, whether my undergraduate programs are 3 years or 4 years. Okay, let me clarify this before I get into the details of the BCom. See, there is an exit option given to you at all levels. So it's neither 1, neither 2, neither 3 or nor 4. It is absolutely your choice. You can always exit at year 1, you get a certificate. You can exit at year 2, where you end up getting a diploma. Year 3, you will get a degree, and year 4, you get a honors degree attached to any of the undergraduate program that you take, maybe BCom or BCA or BBA, whatever. So this 4 years, I think it's going to be an immense journey, a lot of learning. 3 years of theoretical approach, and the final year would be the 4th year, would be filled up with a lot of practical and research oriented. So if you ask my personal opinion, I would recommend everyone that you should really go for a 4-year program on any of the course that you take. Now, let me come back to the point of Bachelor of Commerce, one of the most sought, undergraduate program in India. Now, if you ask me what is BCom all about, BCom is all about commerce, which is focusing very extensively on accounts, finance, tax, and audit, which probably I would say all of these are the pillars of Indian economy today. No doubt about it. It's the pillars of Indian economy, and it is beautifully spread across in the 4 years of the BCom. And the beauty of this NEP also allows you to pick the courses that you love to in form of the electives. So that's where today, education has been made more fun today as well. So of the various hardcore commerce topics that you have, you also have an opportunity to pick up the 2 credit courses, elective courses. It can be on the constitution, it can be on the yoga and health, it can be on the digital fluency, it can be on the cyber crimes and cyber security. There are so many niche programs added today, which probably I would say all these today courses are called as a multidisciplinary courses, wherein you are doing a BCom. At the same time, you have immense opportunity to get into various, other insights of the subjects, which probably would also add as icing on the cake, I would say, for the main program that you have taken. So I think 4 years gonna be a great journey for you, trust me, in terms of the theoretical approach as well as the research and practical approach, right? And to add it on, these days students also talk about a global exposure. Now, why I made this statement is that many of my students, come and approach me with the intention to explore globally for their master's program. And NAP is adding a lot of value to this. Let me tell you how. In any country for that matter, there's a basic requirement that you should have 16 years of education years in your home country. Like for example, if 12 years plus another 4 years of BCom or BBA or whatever will make you that 16 years of education required in India, and then you can get into any of these countries for getting into your master's program. So I would still recommend that you should opt for the 4-year program if it is feasible for you. All right. So now I've made my introductory remarks saying that you are a 21st century kids. You have to be extraordinary, filled with skill sets and everything. This coming out of the traditional academic approach. Let me be very confident in saying this, that academic grade sheets doesn't matter to a greater extent today. I think if you might have seen me talking before, you will agree to this point because I stress this point a lot many times. Academic grade sheets doesn't define you. Academic grade sheets is not a foundation today. There are so many other things that is required along with the academic grade sheets. That is where again I appreciate NAP in giving you that required value-added programs which can help you improvise your skill sets like your communication skills, improving on your critical thinking or your problem-solving skills, public speaking. So many things, and more importantly, the research. Because quite often I find students fail to understand the practical aspects of it. Whenever, especially when you are stepping into the course like BCom, I think that demands a real high requirement of practical exposure in terms of research experiences also. Because so many things happening outside, environment keeps on changing, the global scenarios keeps on changing. You have to be equipped with the huge amount of knowledge. That is what I feel all the time. I think that's the need of the hour, and that is where NAP is, probably training you on those grounds. Not only you are theoretically sound, but also you are too good when it comes to the practical understanding and also to the current affairs, what is happening across. So as I mentioned you that you are 21st century kids, these days, just getting into a undergraduate program will not fetch you a great result, I would say. Considering the market today, considering the competition that you have today. Imagine, if you're from any part of the Karnataka who are watching this, imagine the number of students who will be coming out of BCom from your place. Imagine the number of students coming out of the entire Karnataka market. Imagine the number of students coming out from the pan-India, from the BCom. The competition is intense. Can you stand different from the lot? It's the biggest question mark. And there are multiple ways you can do it. So these days, I would recommend students to also get into a professional courses along with the degree. If you are doing your BCom, you very well know that the most sought professional programs in this would be the chartered accountancy or the company secretary, or even getting into some competitive examination coachings, which is very, very required these days. Now, why I said this is, now most of you feel that you're stubbing into two different boats. Actually, it is not. You're not stubbing into two different boats. If you really compare the syllabuses of BCom along with CA or CS, that goes hand in hand to a greater extent. So it's a one boat basically. That is one of the major steps that you can take to differentiate yourself from the rest. Because let me be very honest in saying that not everyone will have the guts to take CA or CS. It requires the real guts. And I'm happy that I also belong to an institution where the students' numbers are huge. So my students have really displayed that amazing guts to get into this professional program. So why not you? Can you give a try and try to differentiate yourself from others? Self-differentiation is what I call is the need of the hour today. Keep watching this channel. You will have a lot of videos coming to you with regard to separately on chartered accountancy, on the CS, on the varieties of competitive exams that you can take up in our Trisha New Edu series, which is exclusively done for you, helping you in your career planning. Right? I think these are the need of the hour today. That also makes you very strong conceptually. Right? Getting into a professional courses makes you very strong conceptually, and that is what today people in the firm need the students of those caliber who are not only good at marks but also really good in concepts. There's a big difference between the two, right? A state rank holder or a gold medalist in the undergraduate program not necessarily mean you are great in the concepts and the subject knowledge. So can we attempt to match, right? Can we attempt to match not only academic credentials but also real stronghold in the subject? Is what can make you different from the rest, right? So this statement of mine can be applied to any of the courses that you're willing to take. If you're planning to take up BCom, I would suggest the most appropriate one would be chartered accountancy and company secretary. If you're planning to take a BBA, you can take up some additional programs, because usually people taking BBA will end up getting into a PGDBM or an MBA. So I think why can't you start planning on the top competitive exams of India, which can be CAT or a MAT or a ZAT, NMAT. There are various top competitive exams in India today where people start preparing from day one of their undergraduate program, and that will help you to choose the right institution. Why can't you also take some professional courses while you are doing your BCA also? Right, you can take up something related to the technology, computer science, cyber crimes, artificial intelligence, so many things. Every course, what I meant to say here, every undergraduate program today has a good amount of opportunity to get into a professional course, whether it is a BCom or a BBA or a BA or even a BCA. And I want you to do that. Gone are the days where people used to be happy with their BCom. No, you have to get into a professional courses. Get yourself conceptually and very strong hold on the subject. And also in the coming days, I would definitely recommend you to get into the master's program also. You have MBA, you have MCom, right? You have PGDBM. If you are into BCA, you have NCA, and there are so many. Learning never stops. Understand that. Learning never stops. I think even during the retirement also, this agenda of your continual learning should move on. So I think I'm very clear in making the statement to all of you that since I'm talking about BCom, I would recommend that you should definitely eye on getting into the professional course also. No matter what. But nothing wrong. You're not losing anything. You have loads of information that gets into your head, which probably that would be very unique compared to the rest. Understand, the main agenda is how you stand different from the rest. All right. And considering the vibrancy in the commerce domain today, I highly recommend all of you to get into a Bachelor of Commerce program, and which has clubbed with the professional courses, which will open up a huge amount of avenues for you to pick up, and I would love that you have confusions and so many options today, so many opportunities today, which one to rather those kind of confusions I would be really very happy to see in my students these days, because that is where I tell you that loads of opportunities available. a lot of rumors and other things going on outside that, post-COVID, the job market has, crashed. There is very difficult to get a job. Mark my words, there are plenty of job opportunities outside. My only question you is, are you ready to take it? Don't worry about the job opportunities outside right now. Plan yourself, how you have to shape yourself to meet those challenges. Concentrate on that. Opportunities will come to your doorstep. So please do not get into all these negative mindsets of economy is very bad, there's no jobs outside. I guarantee you that there are jobs outside. But the only question is, are you prepared for it? Right? So this is a just brief about Bachelor of Commerce. I'm very confident and optimistic in making you tell you this statement that it is a vibrant course, most sought course, huge demand outside, huge scope outside, because you always ask me the scope. You define now whether you have the scope to get into the BCom, get into the professional program, and getting into the challenges in the later stage. That is what you have to define yourself. Do not have 1% doubt on any of the course that you take. Well, quite often parents, ask me with regard to the scholarship facilities, the education loan facilities, etc. Let me tell you today, you have wide range of opportunity in terms of this also. But what really pains me that people have very basic knowledge about it, or I would say zero knowledge about the options available. Plenty of options available from the government, which is both central government and the state government. We lack awareness. Mahitine illa adra bagge. That is not acceptable at this era where every bit of information is available in your fingertips. You cannot tell me that I'm not aware about any of these. Spend some time in the technology, you will get loads of opportunities and options to apply for these. Well, many of my students in my institutions have applied for the scholarships in the central government level, MHRD they say, state government level, and there are a lot of private entities who will give you scholarships. The best ones in this part of the region is Adani, which gives a considerable amount of scholarships, Jindal scholarships. There are many. Question is, you are not aware. Why you have to answer this? So can I give you a task today? Can you spend some amount of time and really find out and get a list ready of what are the scholarships available today? You will be amazed. You will be amazed. Of course, feel free to get in touch with any of the college that you want to choose. I'm sure they will have equal amount of information with regard to the scholarships options available. But is it available? Yes, absolutely available. What about the education loan? Let me tell you, every bank is willing to help you out in your education system. Every bank. Okay, so the process is also very simple, not too complex at all. The very basic minimum documentation. Banks are also excited to help you in your academic journey. Now, such is the opportunities that you have. So, I'm economically not that sound. So, can I get into good courses? Yes, you can. There are options. Again, the same point. People are not aware about it. There's lack of awareness in this. This is the biggest weakness among my students today. You cannot have these weaknesses at 21st century. You cannot say that you are not aware about it. When so many options are available today for you to get those information. Can you spend a moment of time to walking into the nearest bank and talking to the manager yourself? Come on, you're 21st century kids. You can absolutely go and talk to a banker and find out that this is my plan, sir. Do you have any assistance for me that you can do? Why do you have to depend on your parents? You will have that great satisfaction of completing an entire course in your own money. Once you get your job, you start paying off your education loan. Why can't you do that? Yes, that's a great privilege. I'm very sure parents will all be ready to help you out because that's their big dream. Nam maklu chanag odbeku. You make the other dream also possible. Naan chanag odtini, nan duddal na odtini. Naan loan martini, nan duddal naan duddu naane kattini. Satisfaction is immense and unique level in that. So my task number 2 to all of you. Indella exam agide anta tilkoltini. Might be you're in vacation mode also. If you have completed your exam, why can't you just walk into the nearest bank and inquire about it? Why can't you walk into the nearest colleges and inquire about the scholarships available? Right? Get ready this. Discuss with your parents. That's the most important thing. But yes, scholarships available, education loan doable and available. And there will be particular set of colleges where you are wanting to apply for undergraduate program will also have good amount of scholarship based on your academic credentials. Irrespective of your caste, irrespective of your economic background of your parents, you have scored well, colleges will be ready to support you. We have done it in quite a number of times in my institution as well. So why can't you explore this? So you should not tell me or anyone at this point of time that I was not aware. You can be aware of anything and everything related to what I told you right now. It's just a click of mouse away. All right. Now my last very important message to everyone, because now that you have decided to get into a BCom, because I'm talking about BCom, let us say you have decided to get into BCom. The most important factor right now is selecting the right college. Now I ask this question to my students all the time. You ಸಾಯಂಕಾಲ ಏನಾದ್ರು ತಿನ್ಬೇಕು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ, what you decide first, whether you decide what to eat or whether you decide where to eat. Correct? Idu ivattu required idu. Same question I think you should ask yourself when choosing the course and the college. Okay, ನಾನು BCom course ಮಾಡಕ್ಕೆ ಡಿಸೈಡ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ. Fantastic. Now BCom course ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವ ಕಾಲೇಜ್ ಜಬರ್ದಸ್ತ್ ಇದೆ where I can get into. That is also important. Right? ನನ್ನ ಲಾಜಿಕ್ ಇಷ್ಟೇ, ಮಾಡುವಾಗ ಜಬರ್ದಸ್ತಾಗಿ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಇಲ್ಲದ್ರೆ ಮಾಡಲೇಬೇಡಿ. Same, I decide what I want to eat first. See, we are in the temple town of Udupi, which is also very famous for all varieties of hotels. So when I know what to eat, I will definitely know which hotel serves this particular food very well. ಅದೇ ರೀತಿ ಕೋರ್ಸ್ಗಳು ಕೂಡ, when I know what course I want to do, it becomes very easy for me to understand which college is doing the best course in this. ನಾನು ಕಾಲೇಜಿಗೆ ಹೋಗಿ ನಿಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಕೋರ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ ಕೊಡಿ, ಏನು ಕೋರ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ ನೋಡುವ. No, don't judge the college by just the outer beauty. Inner beauty is very, very important. So it's not just about the building, it's what happens inside the building is very, very important. Right? ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರಿಸ್ಟಿಕ್ಸ್ ನೀವು ನೋಡಲೇಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅಕಾಡೆಮಿಕ್ ರಿಸಲ್ಟ್ಸ್, ಪಾಸ್ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಇದು, ದ ಕ್ವಾಲಿಟಿ ಆಫ್ ಫ್ಯಾಕಲ್ಟೀಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿರುವಂಥದ್ದು, ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಾ ಕರಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಆಕ್ಟಿವಿಟೀಸ್, ನಿಮಗೆ ಓದೋದು ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಬೇರೆ ಏನೆಲ್ಲ ಆಕ್ಟಿವಿಟೀಸ್ ಮಾಡಿಸ್ತಾರೆ. ಬಿಕಾಸ್ these days I just said you in my opening remarks, ನೀವು ಅಕಾಡೆಮಿಕ್ ಕ್ರೆಡೆನ್ಷಿಯಲ್ಸ್ಗಿಂತ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಫೋಕಸ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೆ. ಸೊ ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ಸಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ವಾಟ್ ಆಲ್ ಡಿಫೈನ್ಸ್ ಯುವರ್ ದ ಬ್ಯೂಟಿ ಆಫ್ ದ ಕಾಲೇಜ್. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ರೂಮಲ್ಲಿ AC ಇದೆಯಾ, ಗ್ರೌಂಡ್ ದೊಡ್ಡದಿದೆಯಾ, ಬಿಲ್ಡಿಂಗ್ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿದೆಯಾ, ಐ ಥಿಂಕ್ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ಕಮ್ಸ್ ಸೆಕೆಂಡರಿ ಪೀಪಲ್. That really comes secondary. What happens inside the four walls of the classroom is more important than how is the four walls of the classroom. I think you have to spend equal amount of time in deciding the best colleges. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವುದೇ ರೀತಿಯ ಗಡಿಬಿಡಿ ಮಾಡಬೇಡಿ. ಕೋರ್ಸನ್ನು ನೀವು ಎಷ್ಟು ರಿಸರ್ಚ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಡಿಸೈಡ್ ಮಾಡಿದಿರೋ ಅದೇ ರೀತಿ ಕಾಲೇಜ್ ಸೆಲೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡುವಾಗ ಕೂಡ ತುಂಬಾ ರಿಸರ್ಚ್ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗಿ. ಐ ಡೋಂಟ್ ವಾಂಟ್ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಟು ಗೋ ಅಂಡ್ ದೆನ್ ಅಯ್ಯೋ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬರಬಾರ್ದಿತ್ತು ಅನ್ನೋ ವಾಪಸ್ ಬರುವಂಥದ್ದು, ಈ ಥರ ಎಲ್ಲ ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕಿಲ್ಲ. ಡಿಸಿಷನ್ ಶುಡ್ ಬಿ ದ ಬೆಸ್ಟ್ ಡಿಸಿಷನ್. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋದ್ರೆ ಮುಗೀತು, ಯು ಆರ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಎಂಡ್ ಇಟ್ ದೇರ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ. ಮಾಡುವಾಗ ಜಬರ್ದಸ್ತಾಗಿ ಮಾಡಿ. ರೈಟ್? ಯೋರ್ ಪೇರೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ದೇರ್ ಟು ಸಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಯು, ಬ್ಯಾಂಕ್ಸ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಫಿನಾನ್ಷಿಯಲ್ ಇನ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಷನ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ದೇರ್ ಟು ಸಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಯು. ಸೊ ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಸ್ಟಾಪಿಂಗ್ ಯು ನಾವು? ನಿಮ್ದು PUC ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು, ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ದಿನಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ನೀವು ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಪ್ಲಾನು ಮಾಡಿರ್ತೀರಿ. Some of you might have already planned, like with regard to what course to take. Now if you are in the verge of which college to decide, ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಮಾಡಿ, ರಿಸರ್ಚ್ ಮಾಡಿ, ಒಂದು 2 ಜನ ಹತ್ರ ಮಾತಾಡಿ, ಕಾಲೇಜಿಗೆ ಭೇಟಿ ಕೊಡಿ, ಒಂದು 3-4 ಕಾಲೇಜಿಗೆ ಭೇಟಿ ಕೊಡಿ, ಮಾತಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. Then discuss with your parents and the teachers and the close ones, and then get into a final choice. So I think I was probably tried my level best to give you some basic details about the Bachelor of Commerce program, but I would want to end the same way how I started. The course is ಜಬರ್ದಸ್ತ್, 2 ಮಾತಿಲ್ಲ ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ. ನೀವು ಜಬರ್ದಸ್ತ್ ಆಗುವಂತ ರಿಕ್ವೈರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಇದೆ. ಈಗ ಕೋರ್ಸ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಮಾತೇ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಆಡ್ ಆನ್ ಟು NEP, ಸೂಪರ್. ರೈಟ್? ನೀವು ಈಗ ಆ ಮೈಂಡ್ ಸೆಟ್ಗೆ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಆಗಿ PUC ಇಂದ ಹೊರಗೆ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀರಿ. ಯು ಆರ್ ಗೆಟಿಂಗ್ ಇನ್ ಟು ನಾವು ಕಾಲೇಜ್, ಯು ಆರ್ ಗೆಟಿಂಗ್ ಇನ್ ಟು ಡಿಗ್ರಿ ಲೆವೆಲ್ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸು. ನಿಮ್ಮ ಮೈಂಡ್ ಸೆಟ್ ಕೂಡ ಅದೇ ರೀತಿ ಮೆಚೋರ್ಡ್ ಆಗಿರಬೇಕು. ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಕಾಲೇಜನ್ನು ಚೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ, ಪ್ರೊಫೆಷನಲ್ ಕೋರ್ಸಸ್ ಅನ್ನು ಚೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ 3 or 4 years gonna change your life for sure. With this, I wish everyone a great success. Feel free to reach out to us for any information that you need. New college ಯಾವ್ದು ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ select ಮಾಡಿ, course ಯಾವ್ದು ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ select ಮಾಡಿ. But you can definitely reach out to us for any guidance from my side or our side. Thank you very much for watching us, and I wish you a great luck.